These are Gemz, water-activated shampoos and conditioners. These are made by Procter & Gamble, P&G. They own majority of the beauty brands we have in drugstores. Procter & Gamble have made bold claims that they've been working on this for 14 years. So according to them, for 14 years, they've been trying to figure it out. And by magic, they did, and on July 13th, 2025, it made its big debut in Target. But this exact product existed and was for sale over 7 years ago. The only thing that's really changed is the font changed a little bit. There's not much evidence of this existing. It has conveniently disappeared from the internet. We have one YouTube video from 7 years ago from the actual brand where the owner, Nicole, replies and says that she is the owner. A lot of the comments are saying, where's my order? It seems like she created the product, wasn't able to produce it or produce it well fast enough, and the company just disappeared. And then from 5 years ago, we have Everything Proof Beauty did a review on them, and there's a few eBay listings from the original product of some of the expired products. All that to say, this is not new. So let's get into what this actually is. As of right now, it's a Target exclusive, or you can get it on their website. You can get a 5 count like this for $7.99. So that's roughly $1.60 a shampoo. That's expensive. Or you can get this variety pack. There's gonna be 6 shampoos and 5 conditioners for $14.99. Not sure why they picked an odd number, 6 and 5. Could have been 5 and 5, or perhaps 6 and 6. So you have an equal amount of shampoo to conditioner. But this is the one that I've been using last week. I've been testing this for a week. Not this one, I bought a different one. And it's their sample pack, I guess. It has all the different types of shampoos and conditioners. So it comes with Curly Days shampoo, volumizing shampoo, hydration shampoo. This one ended up being my favorite. Soft shampoo, which this one was comparable to Redken All Soft. Not as great, but it was slightly comparable. Air dry shampoo, and this is geared for people who air dry their hair or wear curly hair and let it air dry or diffuse it lightly. Then the white packaging is the conditioner. This one's the moisture, anti-frizz, light, repair, and a quick blow dry conditioner. It's a pretty small plastic container. It has a little hook so you can hook it in your shower. And when you open it up, you'll have your shampoo. Very thin, looks like a communion cracker. These are very heavy on the fragrance, all of them. All you do for this is put it underwater for 3 seconds, and then it's going to turn into shampoo. And it is actually a lot of product. I used it on someone who had a lot of hair, very thick, very curly, and I only needed to use 1. And the more water you add, the more it foams up. I'll shampoo Brenda's hair with this so I don't waste the $1.60. The conditioner looks the exact same, very thin cotton pad. 3 seconds underwater, and it gives you a lot of conditioner, and it's a pretty thick conditioner also. I didn't love the conditioner, but in fairness, I don't use conditioner. I shampoo my hair with a shampoo bar, towel dry it, and then use a spray leave-in conditioner. All the ones that I tried were too heavy for me, but again, I don't ever use conditioner in general most days. And the smell on the conditioner was a lot lighter, but all of these do have a fragrance, and for me, it's very strong, but I also hate fragrance. I hate everything. I feel like that's me today. I'm just being a hater today. I'll condition her later. So that's about a $4 shampoo and condition experience for Miss Ma'am here. As far as the ingredients, it's very comparable to Herbal Essence, and even the scent, which Herbal Essence is also owned by Procter & Gamble. I used the hydration one this morning. It was my favorite. I don't think it's a bad product by any means. I just find it a little confusing isn't the word. I understand it for traveling, but I'm gonna use whatever the hotel provides if I'm traveling. And I also understand it for the waterless, saving on shipping, transporting, the weight of the item, but we're not seeing that reflect down on the cost. It's actually more expensive to use this compared to another drugstore brand, and you're left with a lot of this plastic packaging. So is that really helping the planet? Probably not. But the cool thing is this company does have a recycle program. You have to take the stickers off, and you'll collect your plastic bins in a box. You have to sign up for this, but watch out because they do sell your information. But at least they let you know up front. Sign up for this recycling program so you feel like you're doing a good thing, but then we're gonna sell your information. So for the next 10 years, you're gonna get emails saying you want a free cruise. What was I saying? Gather your plastic containers, put them in a box. They're gonna send you a free shipping label, and then you send it back to them, and they're apparently gonna recycle this. That sounds good. I think we talked about last week in the reusable foil video. It's like the electric car theory. Electric cars, great for the planet, but are they? Because then we're left with a huge battery that we can't really recycle down all the way, and it has to go into a landfill. You're trading one thing for another. Yes, you're recycling them, but then you've got the box of fuel for all the mail carrier trucks. And if it's like in my neighborhood, you have your trash bins, the yellow bins, and then the green ones are the recycling. You separate, so trash and then plastic, cardboard, all that recyclable stuff. Every single Tuesday, the trash man comes, same truck, dumps the regular trash with the recycling every single week. So you're paying extra because those recycling bins, they're not free. You have to pay for those. You're paying extra. You're sorting, cleaning your trash, and they're just dumping it all together. So they're selling you, at least in my neighborhood, the idea that you're doing something good, but you're not doing anything. Now, if you had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these plastic containers, sure, that would be worth it to do the box and the label, but that would be a lot of money. That would be a very expensive shampoo. So that part is kind of cool depending on which way you look at it. But there's some other companies that make similar products to this, like Olay makes the facial melts, same texture, communion cracker style. Put water on it and then wash your face. Olay, also made by Procter & Gamble. And then another company, EC30, also does something similar to this, but with laundry detergent and shaving cream, I think. They're also owned by Procter & Gamble. They must have a patent on that. Only we can use water technology. All in all, this is, what is this? For me personally, the price is just too much for what it is. It's just like Herbal Essence. Again, if I'm traveling, going to the gym, I'm just gonna bring my bottle of shampoo, the little reusable Dollar Tree bottle. I'm gonna bring that. It does give subscription box vibes, doesn't it? Something you would get in one of those BoxyCharm Ipsy bags. So for me, it's a pass, but if you tried it, loved it, let me know, hated it, let me know. Thank you as always for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm here every single Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and on the other side of the internet for, what are we doing? Oh, this week we've got a Dollar Tree dupes video, testing beauty products to the Dollar Tree product. Dupes, lookalikes, whatever. Words are hard. I'll link that below.